Hello, welcome to my cards for the week. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Deborah Jane Sutton. I'm an energy healer and mentor, and I help people raise their vibrations and heal themselves to happiness. My first book, Heal Yourself to Happiness, is available free to download from my website at deborahjanesutton.com. This is a general reading for the week of 28th of June, 2020. If you would like your own personal in-depth reading with intuitive guidance, please get in touch and I would love to do that for you. Okay, so the first card has already come out. The second one has already come jumping out as well. So there's obviously things that want to be said this week. So is there anything else? We basically just want the heads up. We want to know what the energies are doing. A little bit of guidance, just to know how to navigate these amazing changes with this amazing awakening that's going on at the moment. I've already got 6 cards out, so let's see. No, that's going to be it then. So let's see what we've got in store for us. Okay, now, powerful card. This is justice. Typically and traditionally, this card is, it can mean that any legal documents that are in the process are going to turn out in your favor. But I think a deeper level to this, which is I think where we're going with this great awakening, is you reap what you sow. This is a very karmic card. You can see they've got the balance there and the sword of righteousness going in the right direction. So this is a major arcanic card. It is very powerful, and justice is basically about what you put out, you get back. That's why people always say, if you're feeling low or depressed or stuck or anything like that, one of the pieces of advice I love to give and take on board myself is just go and have a random act of kindness. Just go out into the world and just find something that you can do for someone somehow, because that is, energetically speaking, it's one of the ways that we can kick ourselves metaphorically up our own bottoms. Trying to be polite now. It changes our energy, because you're going out there offering this kindness and you're kicking your energy into being good towards somebody else. So anyone that's feeling low, even a little bit depressed or poorly or anything like that, before you have a chance to go into sort of poor me, self-pity or any kind of negative thinking, a positive act of kindness, well, all acts of kindness are positive, right? I want to say commit an act, but commit sounds like the wrong word. But commit, perform, go and basically offer kindness. Random acts of kindness will change your energy. And that's what you want if you're not feeling 100%, right? And it will change your energy in the right way. And gratitude also does it. I think we've all spoken so much about gratitude. I think this act of kindness is needed at the moment in the world. And I think that's why it's just come to me to say all of that, because I don't normally say all of that with this card. But this card is about what you put out, it comes back. Now, we're not going to go and be kind to people because we want them to be kind to us or because we want someone else to be. It doesn't work like that, because any action of goodness that you put out could come back to you immediately. It could come back to you in a week, in a month, in a year, at the end of this lifetime or your next lifetime, okay? There is no time, okay, when it comes to energy. So when that karma comes back to you, it could be any time. So, there's no point in going out being really kind to loads of people if you're doing it for the purpose of wanting that back now, because it might not work like that. And it's all about your intention of kindness as well. So make sure it's pure. But this card is very much about choices and consequences. It's very much about the karma. You reap what you sow. And that's why a lot of people are healing at the moment. We're always healing, right? But at the moment with this great awakening, we are releasing so much fear, so much anger, so much prejudice. We've been releasing all sorts of stuff, judgments that are coming up for healing. And we're releasing a lot of karma. That's why it's come up first. It's a powerful card and it's coming up first because that's what's happening at the moment. We are all releasing our own karmic energy, okay? And it's coming round. So it could be, I mean, I do a lot of past life healing with people whereby they're repeating energy patterns in this lifetime of stuff that happened in other lifetimes. Whether you think of it as past lifetimes or just I think of it as lifetimes of lower consciousness because we're evolving all the time, right? So there's obviously lifetimes whereby we were not so conscious and therefore behaving in a less conscious way, therefore probably creating energy of, from trauma and things like that. And sometimes it stays with us, that energy stays with our soul, and we incarnate with it, and that's often the cause of repeat negative patterns. And often when we find out the origin of these negative patterns, it makes perfect sense that it's been repeating and it's repeating again on some level, in some way, in this lifetime. That's what I mean. This is what this is all about. It's karmic patterns that we can release. It can be from this lifetime. It can be, from any time. It's energy. It's energy. It's the energy that we've put out. It's the energy that's going to come back. So that's the message. You reap what you sow. So the good news is, of course, that if you've been working on yourself for a while and you've released a lot of this karmic stuff, then we reap what we sow. So if you've been going around being really good and lovely and helping others and loving yourself and raising your vibrations and helping for the highest good of all, then all of that's going to come back to you. If you've been working on raising your own vibration, expanding your own consciousness and loving yourself, as the universe that you are, then the benefits of all of that, the reflection of all of that is coming back to you. So it's a super positive card, whichever way you look at it. But that's what it is about. We're working through the healing, and if you've done a lot of healing already, then you're reaping the benefits. You're reaping the benefits of that. And that balance and harmony that I see with the scales. Okay, Page of Swords, good news coming in. Okay, this is inspired ideas, thoughts are coming in. It could be from somebody else, or it could be just your own ideas. Okay, it could be, if it's coming in from someone else, it could be someone younger, someone that's kind of like pushing you a little bit to do the right thing. But it's very much, if it is someone younger, it's like a quick thinking, quick-minded person, usually under 30 if they're going to resonate with the description of the page. But very often this is also good ideas coming in. This is your own idea coming in, your own inspiration. And it's something that you're going to have to follow up on, so that's lovely. So something's coming in this week. It could just be a simple idea. It could be just like writing a blog. It could just be like putting an advert out for whatever you do. It could be just an idea to go and catch up with an old friend, right? These don't have to be complicated ideas. These don't have to be major life-changing that you think are maybe not life-changing ideas, but you never know. You never know who you're going to meet, what you're going to hear, how the universe is going to deliver to you what it is that you want, what it is that you need, what it is that you've desired. We don't know. If you've tried to second guess, then you're just limiting yourself because the universe has infinite possibilities. So this is it could even be just an idea to go and have a coffee with a friend. But it's a divine idea because something's going to lift you, something's going to guide you, something's going to carry you, something's right about whatever it is. So, and always listen out for these ideas. I always think the moment that you fall asleep and the moment that you wake up, that's when you go into that theta energy waves, isn't it, of brain function or whatever. And that's when I think fantastic, juicy, subconscious stuff comes to us. Which is why a lot of musicians will sleep with a notebook by the bed, right? Because as soon as they wake up, it happens to me all the time. I'll be wording something in my mind, and I'll think, oh, I'll remember that. I'll remember that, and of course you don't. I think good ideas and inspiration often come in at those times, falling asleep and waking up. Also, obviously, they will come in when you're completely relaxed. You might be doing the dishes, having a swim, going for a walk on your own. You might be completely daydreaming. It doesn't matter what, completely daydreaming, and that's when the ideas come in. I just wanted to mention that because, the more we relax and the more that we spend time in the now, not thinking about the past or the future or anything, or fear or worry or any of that, or regret, and just focusing on even if it's a mundane pastime or whatever, it's just something that's soothing, something that's easy, something that we can do on autopilot, and then we can take our mind into the most beautiful places, because that's when these beautiful ideas come in. And it could be something really simple. It doesn't mean that it's some kind of massive new job direction or something, although it could be that as well. Okay, next one. Or it could be your calling. I'm only turning these over when I pick them up to talk to you. So, yeah, or it could be your calling. Judgment, major arcanic card, very powerful. It's come up a lot this week in the private readings that I've been doing. So this is the Great Awakening. People are getting their calling. People are finding out what their calling is. Now, when it comes to your calling or your purpose or something like that, I always see it as there are stepping stones to it. There is not like one purpose. If there was just one purpose, your purpose is to experience and express yourself by doing what you love. No work. I mean, if you get money for it, that's great. But what I mean is no effort. We came here to just experience who we are and express who we are in our true nature. And when we do that, it's stuff we enjoy. So we have come here just to enjoy ourselves and be who we are. It's as simple as that. So that is your purpose. But having said that, as far as some life purposes, we think what is that divine gift that you should be sharing with others? There are kind of stepping stones to it. There might be a course that you need to do, or there might be a book that you need to read. There might be some practice that you need to do. I mean, there are stepping stones and stepping stones. Okay, so there isn't just one. There isn't just one action. So if you feel inspired to do something and you're thinking to yourself, but that's not my ultimate goal, get that out your head, because if you're inspired to do it, it's a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone to whatever it is that, and whatever your ultimate goal is. It depends where your ultimate goal came from. If it came from divine inspiration, fine. But if your ultimate goal has come from some kind of programmed beliefs, then maybe it's time to release that ultimate goal that you have in your head, and find something a little bit more inspiring. But this is a powerful card, because this is it's very spiritually guided. It means that there is a purpose. You are being guided. There is a direction for you to go in that's going to help you help others. It's all about helping you self-realize. And on the path of self-realization, we help others. The purpose isn't actually to help others. The purpose is actually to self-realize, because there is only us, right? There is no one else. Everyone else is reflecting aspects of us back to us for our own self-realization. So it is all about self-realization. But when we do that, we can self-realize through helping others, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is a powerful card, and it came on the heels of this. So definitely follow any inspiration. Coffee with a friend. I keep saying coffee with a friend, so I don't know whether it could be just, as I say, a blog, it could be just advertising, it could be a new class, it could be a new yoga class that you want to go to, it could be an art class that you want to go to, it could be, I don't know what. But please follow your inspiration. Any ideas, and you might think they're silly ideas, and all your limiting beliefs might come out, and then you might get naysayers that go, oh, don't be silly, and all that silly stuff, and oh, I can't afford it, and all those silly limiting beliefs. This is definitely a week for not believing any of that, because look, whatever it is that you want to do, that's coming to you to do, it's going to take you to a most beautiful place of serving your purpose and self-realization. Oh, I've gone all tingly. So yes, there's something. Major Arcanic High Priestess, the most powerful psychic card in the deck. Absolutely wonderful. Covered it, surrounded by fruition and harvest. She's reading the scriptures. This is all about, I always think the modern day scriptures are, Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, Joe Dispenza, Wayne Dyer, okay, reading this kind of stuff. Or my own, Heal Yourself to Happiness, free to download on my website. But this is a really powerful card. So out of the first 4 cards, 3 out of the 4 are major arcanic. I just make a point of that because there are 78 cards in tarot and only 21 of them are major arcanic. So they show how powerful the week is. And I always think that they relate to spiritual steps in your path, lessons, or maybe not lessons, but like themes in your spiritual journey. And she's she's the most psychic card in the deck. She's very spiritually aware. And all the moon symbolizes unconscious fears, and look, it's completely here, tethered at her feet, completely. She's got all her fears under control. Okay, and the black and white is the duality, positive, negative polarity, the negative, positive, or there is no good and bad. There's only your thinking that makes it so. It's all like the Byron Katie, love what is. Even what's typically negative, love what is. Everything is as it should be. Everything is there for a reason. Everything is to help you self-realize. So we self-realize through adversity, probably more than we do through the loving stuff. So when you realize all of that, then you can actually feel much more comfortable with what is perceived to be negative, and obviously you can see everything with a silver lining. So this is a beautiful, powerful card. So your calling definitely has something to do with you raising your psychic abilities, expanding your consciousness. Wow, it's exciting. Oh my goodness gracious me. Another major arcanic card is the Hierophant. And this is the teacher. This is the spiritual mentor. The keys are at his feet. This is the teacher, okay? The Hierophant. This is powerful card. It's a spiritual mentor. The message with this card is go and find yourself a spiritual mentor. That sounds like I created all of this because, as a mentor, but go and find yourself a spiritual mentor. But also, in addition to that, this has been coming up a lot, and I think it's because it's that idea of passing on what you've learned. It is all about passing on what you've learned. So we go to we've all got spiritual mentors. I mean, everyone has people that they go to help them work through stuff. I mean, obviously the power is within us. Most of the time we can look after ourselves, we can self-heal, we can meditate, we can reflect, and we can do all these things ourselves. But every now and again, I think the universe nudges us into a direction to get help from other people. I think it's all part of the being one. So seeking help from other people, spiritual help from other people, I think is the message with this card, and to pass on whatever you've learned in your own words, because it's all the same message. It's like The Secret, it's all the same message. We're all just saying it in different ways, okay? And you will have your own unique way of saying things and teaching others. And passing on that love and that guidance to others. So the message with this card is to seek a mentor and to be a mentor. So I really see that there's a journey here of you realizing, the self-realization going on. It's really powerful week for that. And it's asking you to pass on what you're learning to those around you. Some people might not be ready to receive it. No judgment, right? And no, you don't choose, right? As much as you want to, you don't choose who takes on the seeds that you sow, okay? But do sow the seeds, okay? It's definitely sow the seeds, please, to others. To keep that the love going, the vibration high, and we're basically all helping each other rise. This is powerful, powerful, powerful. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and 4 of them were major arcanic, because the last one is the 9 of Pentacles. And this is beautiful because it's just a reminder that when you follow your heart and you do what you came here to do and you follow your calling and you've released all those limiting beliefs of I can't afford it, it's not going to make me enough money, I've got another goal in mind because it's far more, lucrative. This is the reminder. Look, she's surrounded by money. She's wallowing in her own money. I mean, the message with this card is she is enjoying her money. And we can look at this as abundance, not just money, but abundance. So, and this has come up at the end. So I think somewhere along the line, a lot of people, they do have those limiting beliefs of not thinking they can't do what they want to do or what they're inspired to do, often for financial reasons. But the end card is she is literally enjoying her money, her financial security. This is the most financially secure card in the deck. So for me, it's really powerful. And she is completely unlimited with financial resources and with all of her resources, because she is living in abundance. She's a sign of abundance, but she is particularly a sign of financial abundance, which means you will have, and you probably already always have had, everything you need to do what it is that you're inspired to do. So the message there is, don't worry about money, because you're going to be enjoying whatever, when you do what it is you came here to do. Obviously, you raise your vibration, you expand your consciousness, you move up the chart, which I'm going to very quickly show you, so you know what chart I'm talking about. You move up the chart as you raise your vibrations and expand your consciousness. And obviously, the higher vibrating you are, then the higher level of consciousness, there's more abundance. As you go higher and higher and higher, there's more and more and more and more abundance as you go. So how that abundance actually manifests into your 3D physical world, I mean, I don't know, it can manifest in all sorts of ways. But the point is, it just shows you that that's where your abundance lies, in your level of consciousness, okay? Not at a point in time in your future. You might be working really hard to make lots of money in the future. No. Raise your vibration so that the abundance is already there. Your abundance is already there. There's no past, there's no future. Your abundance is already there at a higher level of consciousness. So what you've got to do is not work really hard into the future. You've got to just do what you love, be who you want to be who you came here to be, do what you enjoy, and just basically raise your vibration constantly. Whatever makes you feel good, do it to raise your vibration. That will expand your consciousness, and that will bring you more abundance. On that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. What a powerful week. Lots of love. Bye for now.